Throwing to start here is Tua.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tua. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Tigers will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Well, this has been a quick-strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Call that a gain of 11.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Tua. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Houston. Isaiah Pacheco, 37 yards. And the Tigers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On play action, Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Tigers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Piñeiro now to add the extra point.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Lance going to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check pink.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's taken on the 25. Oh, nice move.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Tua going to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Tigers are able to add on to their first half lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And it is 28-0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Now Lance throwing on second down.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Lewis.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying for...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up. All right, let's go.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Brought down at the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 20, here's second down and 8.
On play action, here's Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
20, TX.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Tigers have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Piñeiro now to add the extra point. Now the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. Black clock. Set. Go.
They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook.
And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Claws red. Ready.
Shotgun now for Lance. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Cook up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now Lance.
And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And now the rookie's free. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Isaiah Pacheco
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Tigers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Ready.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
On the set.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third.
Ready.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now Lance looking to change it up.
Blaster, 6.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Powers through him. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Drill green.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
That'll be complete to Cook. And it's a Titans touchdown.
James Cook.
51 yards.
And the Titans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Turbo one, high. Turbo one. Solo left Zion.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
What a spin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Turbo three, kick.
Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And bulldozing his way through. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Titans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here we go, set.
Cook following the penalty. A beautiful fake. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Now a play fake. Lance throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Edo blue. 10 cycles.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Yellow.
And they'll go for it. Lance
Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 22 needle. Black shot.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Desperation time here. Lance.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Tua, fast pass outside complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Touchdown grab.
And the Tigers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Rail, yellow.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Will McDonald
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
Chart the motion man right. On 2nd down, here's Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Zay Jones,
52 yards.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
17. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he's loose again. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Ready, straight.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Drill green. Red, cycle.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance.
And Daniels has it, left side. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
White.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Tua sets up to pass it.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
On first down, Lance.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Lance now on first down.
Man open, here is Jones. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. One final try now for Lance. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.